Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be trying out some L'Oreal makeup products. So we're going to be trying out the 24 Hour Fresh Wear Infallible Foundation, which has SPF 25 in it. We're also going to be trying out the Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer. And finally, we're going to be trying out the Infallible 24 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in a powder. So I am going to be doing just the powder test on this side of the cheek just to see how I like it, so you guys can see how that looks. But then I'm also going to be going in with the liquid foundation on the opposite side and then setting with the powder just to kind of get an idea and see which one I like, and then I'll finish off the face, hoping that it somewhat matches to my skin tone. So this shade is in 250 Radiant Sand. It does come with a little sponge applicator, so I will try and use that. So this powder foundation is a full matte coverage, waterproof, and it says up to 24 hours, which really ever wear foundation for 24 hours, but that's just me. Quite the packaging really quick. You have like the access to the powder. Then what's also nice is not only does it have a little spot for your sponge thing, but it also has a mirror. So I already cleansed and moisturized my face before doing my eye makeup, so we're pretty much just going to go in and try this. So like I said, I'm going to try it with the sponge first. So nothing on my skin right now besides moisturizer. I just applied it to the bottom half of my face. I must say it does give coverage. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference in how on this side there's nothing on my skin. You guys can see slight pigmentation, nothing major. All right, so I'm actually quite shocked in how this looks and how easily it went on. And I'm actually shocked that I got the right color when I picked the shades. Usually when companies send me colors, they kind of just take a guess and it's either too dark or too light. So I like that L'Oreal gave me the chance to color match. And I did look at some reference photos and I just kind of nailed it. One thing I'm noticing up close is I do have some pore action. I didn't put a primer on. I just wanted to see how this looked by itself. Nothing too major though, but it did give me a nice even coverage. I think I would probably wear this if I just want to quickly throw something on. Next we're going to go in with the liquid foundation. So I have shade 485 and then I have shade 480. It says that the products here in this line are to provide you with a breakthrough longwear foundation with breathable skin technology, medium to full coverage, waterproof, transfer resistant, and sweat resistant. Trying this out. It's very liquidy, so you guys can see. So this foundation is just a little bit warmer than the powder that I picked, but it's not super pigmented to where it's like too orange or warm. I just feel like with liquid foundation, I like the freshness that it gives the face. So here is liquid and then here is the powder side. So of course the colors aren't the same. I do believe that the powders don't have as many shades as the liquids, so that's definitely a factor. I don't know, I do like the simplicity of the powder. It definitely gives more of like a skin-like finish. Of course, definitely more matte, but I'm a liquid girl at heart, so I do love that liquidy foundation where it gives like more of a freshness to the skin. Looking at everything up close, I mean, just my pore issues, I didn't prime or anything, so that's just the number one thing that I'm noticing. If you're on the fence of trying a powder, I'd say just give it a shot. I mean, it's not bad price points, but I definitely think I'm gonna do full face of the liquid. So I'm going to take the side off just so I'm not putting liquid over a powder, and then I will go in and set with the powder and we'll try out the concealer. So I accidentally took off the wrong side and I was like, F it, I'm taking it all off. Take that 485 shade, do 2 pumps. I noticed a lot pumps out, so just be mindful of how much you're using. Like I said, this foundation is just a little bit warm. All right, so now that I have the liquid foundation on after I took off the powder, looking at it, definitely like the liquid much better than the powder, but the powder is not bad. So I just want to make that perfectly clear, especially since I am just a little bit more dry right around here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on it. Before I put the powder on and set with the face, I want to go in with the concealer. I'm going to go with 360, which is Cashmere. It says full on coverage, full face wear, waterproof, transfer resistant, fade resistant. It has 25 shades available. I would also recommend, if you want to get a little bit more coverage but only use the powder foundation, do your concealer first and then set with the powder. I'm going to take my sponge. So super, oh my god, super full coverage. I think it might be a little bit too bright. That is some full coverage. Holy crap. But creamy full coverage. I know some concealers out there are like super thick in consistency when you first apply it. If you guys saw how I applied it where I did it in sections all at once and then I went in and blended it, I highly recommend doing a section at a time, blending it, and then going in with the other section, because it does dry down very, very quickly, which in some ways is good and then some ways it's not good, especially if you're unaware of that. What I am going to do, since it did dry down, I'm just going to take my Huda Beauty Low Cocoa Hydrating Mist just to kind of refresh the skin a little bit more and balance out out how much that concealer dried down, because in my mirror I'm noticing slight cakiness. Just taking my sponge with that setting spray and just refreshing the skin. This is the skin with the concealer and the foundation. Definitely a nice coverage. Now just to set my face, except for under the eye, since I did go a little bit brighter, I'm going to be taking my Huda brush. I'm going to be taking the buff side, so any type of fluffy brush or a buff side depending on what you want to achieve. I'd say if you want to just set the face, use a fluffy brush. If you want to build some coverage, I just want to see what would happen. I'm going to be taking more of like a buffing. Press that powder into the skin. That is the face set. It definitely took away that dewy look to the foundation, which I was expecting anyway. All right, you guys, so I finished the rest of my makeup, taking a look at everything as a whole. So last thing I did was set my face with the powder. Definitely gave that full coverage effect. I did not use any primer today. I think the only thing that would add into my makeup routine from today, something just to blur out my pores just a little bit more. Definitely a full coverage. I added bronzer and blush. The foundation, the powder didn't budge. It didn't alter anything. One of the more prettier finishes I've honestly ever seen on myself. I'll insert a photo here of what the whole look looks like when I use flash on my camera. It does have SPF in it. I just kind of want to see how that works. All in all, I must say this foundation looks absolutely stunning. I'm going to wear it for a few hours and kind of just show you guys some updates on my phone and add those clips in and some photos. But all in all, right now I've had it on for a good hour so far. I had to do some things around my room, but nothing has budged. All right, you guys, so it's been about 3, almost 4 hours since I last filmed the tutorial. I kept my lighting system set up just so I can do this follow-up check-in. So I did run out and run a few errands in between that time, and this is still how the makeup looks. Not super shiny that like I normally am with other foundations and other powders that I use to set my face. I have a healthy looking glow to the skin, but nothing greasy and shiny. The fact that the foundation and the powder and the concealer looks like this, no major creasing underneath of the eyes. Naturally, I have slight smile lines that just tend to naturally crease. That's just natural. So here's what it looks like. Super impressed. I was even FaceTiming with my boyfriend and he's like, your skin looks very nice. And that's on FaceTime, and you know FaceTime shows everything. So the fact that he complimented that, and it just looks like all on filter on my skin. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys are new, my name is Amber. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow me on social media accounts down below and show some love. Comment below if you want any products to be featured on Friday reviews. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.